Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Brown to throw on second down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Brown. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And he will take this one. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. He is off to an unfathomable start throwing the football, thrown the 2 passes, both been intercepted and returned for touchdowns. We'll see how he bounces back. It's 1st and 10. They'll start here with bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might...
Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've done. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Brown. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Bo running left. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Kiko Alonso leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Brown to throw on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Brown on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Operating from the gun, Brown. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Brown now looking to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, 72 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 42-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now Brown on 1st and 10. And again, he'll give it to Fitzgerald. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brown. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level up.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Time for a break. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now,
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 69 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety.
He's got it at the 15. And touchdown! Devontae Smith, 74 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now Brown, he lost the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Brown. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now Brown. A beautiful fake. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Brown from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Again, following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From his linebacker spot, that's Derek Brooks with a sack. one final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here.